Good morning. Today we are working on CO10. This is our last objective in Unit 1. So tomorrow we are going to do a little review of our objectives. Monday will be a practice test. Tuesday will be our real test. We're going to do a little review. Con is always assigned on Fridays, but we're not going to have the whole class time to work on Con tomorrow. So we're going to do a little review and then have a little bit of Khan Academy time. Con will always be assigned on Fridays unless I tell you otherwise. But we are going to do some review tomorrow to help get us ready for next week. Monday in class, we will do our practice test. I will have a review session after school on Monday. So if you think that would help you do better on the test on Tuesday, talk to mom and dad about staying after school Monday for a review session. It'll be done by 3 o'clock. Okay. So some of us I know might have orchestra or we might have drama. You have to decide, do you really need help with the math? Do you think that will be okay? You're deciding if you want to stay after Monday for a review session. We are going to review a little in class tomorrow. We are going to have the practice test on Monday to help you know exactly what you need to know for the test. So today we're doing that last objective. It is one of our Khan Academy assignments, working on that order of operations. I can apply the order of operations correctly with integers. So considering the following conversation, let's think about our middle school teachers. Mr. Schultz says, hello and good day, Mr. Boyle. Mr. Boyle says, greetings to you, my good man. Say, can you help me solve an equation? Mr. Schultz says, why, I certainly hope so. What is it? So Mr. Boyle says, it's 1 plus 4 times 3 equals 15. If I add 1 plus 4 first to get 5, and then multiply by 3, the answer is 15. However, if I multiply 4 times 3 first to get 12, and then add 1, the answer is 13. He got 2 different answers. When we do math problems, can we ever get 2 different answers?
Yeah. Well, no.
No, it's the beautiful thing about math. It's right or it's wrong. There's one answer. How did Mr. Boyle get 2 answers? What did he do wrong, Gigi? So he added first and then multiplied by 3. Why can we not add first and then multiply, Bennett? Because of PERMDAS. Remember, we're adding in that R because we're in big kid math now. So we know our radicals, which means the square roots. Okay, so we're doing the radicals with our square roots. So because of PERMDAS, we know that that cannot be right. The first thing we have to look at is, what does the P stand for?
The parentheses.
Parentheses. So the first thing you look for is parentheses. The second level of PERMDAS, what is E and R? Bennett? Radicals. Exponents and radicals. Remember, radicals are the square roots we just worked on. Exponents and radicals, they go together. Remember, it was kind of a forwards and backwards with exponents and radicals. Our next level is the M and D. Matthew.
Multiplication and division.
Multiplication and division. And then our last level is the A and S. James?
Addition, subtraction.
Addition, subtraction. It doesn't matter which order you come to first. If you're at the multiplying and dividing level and you come to a dividing first, you do that first. We read from left to right. Wow, are we all so attached to our phones that I have several people using calculators up to our face like it's a phone? Put your calculators down, friends. Calculators are not phones. Put them down. Okay. So if we're at the multiplying, dividing level, it's whichever one we come to first. We always read our equations from left to right, just like we're reading our stories. We read our math left to right. So if you come to dividing first, you divide. If you come to multiplying first, you multiply. You don't say, oh, it's multiply, divide. I have to find my multiplying and then find my dividing. No. You read left to right on each level that we're at. I always have people get confused by that. And I remember when Mateo was in 6th grade, he would fight me on it and say, no, it's multiply, divide. So I multiply first, then I divide. And I had to say, no, no, no. It's whichever one you come to first. Put your calculator away, Ethan. So how can the same equation have two different answers? Like we've just talked about. If this were allowed, it would be a problem. Math, you have one answer. You know it's right or it's wrong. That's why we have the order of operations. That's why we have PERMDAS. Without them, one could make a case that either answer is correct. But because of the order of operations, we know there is only one correct answer and which one it is. So our order of operations. So I know I put it up top there. Now we want to make sure that we write out what each letter is. Parentheses is our P. E is exponents. R is radicals. M, multiply. D is divide. A is add. And S is subtract. And remember I said there are levels. What is our first level? What is the first thing that we look for? Parentheses. Oops, I got my S here. Parentheses. What is our second level? Exponent and radicals. What is our next level? Bennett? Multiply and divide. What is our last level, Enzo? And add and subtract is on the same level. It's at the end. That's the last thing we look for is those adding and subtracting. Mr. Boyle forgot that. He should have done 4 times 3 because multiplying is a level before. We hit multiplying and dividing and then we add. So if we did 4 times 3, what is 4 times 3? Yeah, so let's do this. 4 times 3 is 12. We bring down the rest of our equation. Now we do 1 plus 12, and we know our answer is 13. So if the operations in the equation are on the same level, work left to right. So it doesn't matter which one we see first, exponents or radicals, or which one we see first with multiplying and dividing, going from left to right like you're reading a sentence. Even though you won't be able to use a calculator on this part of the test, you can use it now to check your answer. You're going to make sure you enter the equation into your calculator exactly how it's written here. So what this means is if we were going to look at the equation from Mr. Boyle, our calculators have their own little brains in them. They're pretty smart. So, he said 1 plus, was it 4? Times 3. So that's exactly how it is on the page. That's exactly how you put it into your calculator. You put the number, the operation, number, the operation, number, the operation, however long it is. Then you hit equals, and the calculator knows the order of operations, and it will automatically do the order of operations. So you put it in exactly how it is on the paper, you will be able to check your answer. This is check your answer. We will show our work. Showing our work means you're writing it out, writing each step that you're doing. You're not doing mental math, doing it in your head. You are writing it out, so we are remembering the order of operations that we are doing. Okay, so we are definitely writing it out. Let me erase so I can scroll up.
Is this page?
Yes, it is, because we're at the bottom of this page. We have more than 4 problems we're gonna do. So, evaluate each equation. Show your work by writing the equation again as you do each step. We're gonna do these together so you understand what I'm looking for. All calculators are down. And we're gonna work these out. So let's look at this first one. 8 plus 6 divided by 2. What is the first thing that I am going to do, JT?
6 divided by 2.
6 divided by 2, because we know our order of operations, multiplying and dividing comes before adding and subtracting. So what is 6 divided by 2? 3. Now I'm gonna bring down the rest of my equation because there's no more division. So I'm gonna bring down my 8, I'm gonna bring down my adding. This is what I expect to see on your paper, so you should be writing it like this. Then we only have one operation left. 8 plus 3. What is 8 plus 3? Riziki? 11. So that is our answer. This is how we show our work. I expect to see all of that written out just like that. You find which operation you're going to do first, and we're going to arrow it down to solve it, and then we bring down the rest of our problem. So look at our next problem. Parentheses 9 minus 4 parentheses times 10. What is the first thing I'm going to do? Nolan.
9 minus 4.
Why am I doing 9 minus 4? That's subtraction. That should be last. Why do I do it first, Nolan? Because there are parentheses, so I do that one first. 9 minus 4 is what, Amelia? 5. 9 minus 4 is 5. There are no more parentheses, so I'm going to bring down the rest of my problem, times 10. See how I bring it straight down. So now I have 5 times 10. There's only one operation left, so that's the one I have to do. What is 5 times 10? 8 and H.
5 times 10 is 50.
5 times 10 is 50. That is my answer. We'll look at our next one. 4 plus 1 plus 3 times 2. What is my first operation I'm going to do? Melina. Why am I going to do 3 times 2 first, Melina? Multiplication comes before adding. What is 3 times 2? 8 and B. What is 3 times 2? 6. There is no more multiplying or dividing, so I'm going to bring the rest of my equation straight down. I'm not changing the order of anything. I'm bringing it straight down. Can you wait another minute?
Yeah.
All right, so now I have 4 plus 1 plus 6. What am I going to do first? Matthew? So remember I said we read from left to right like we're in reading a story, because this is a number sentence. It's not a word sentence, it's a number sentence. The operations are the same, they're on the same level. So Matthew, what do I have to do first?
4 plus 1.
4 plus 1. Okay, so I have to go from left to right when they're on the same level. What is 4 plus 1, Amelia? 5. Then I'm going to bring down the rest of my number sentence, plus 6. So now I only have one operation left. 5 plus 6. Nora? 11. Look at how I'm circling my answer because we have lots of numbers written on there. Circle your final answer at the bottom. Last one we're going to do together. 5 plus 2 times 3 plus 6. What is my first step, Ethan? Why am I going to do 2 times 3 first? Yeah, multiplication comes before adding. It's level up. So what is 2 times 3, Enzo? Is 6. I'm going to bring down the rest of my number sentence exactly how it was above. You bring it straight down. Nora, what's next? 5 plus 6, because I'm reading from left to right. 5 plus 6 we just saw is 11. Bring down the rest of my number sentence plus 6. That's the only operation left. So what is 11 plus 6, Gigi? 17. I should see every single one of these steps on your paper. Circle your final answer. You can go back and put the original equation just like that into your calculator to check your answer, but you have to work it out first. If you check it on your calculator and it's wrong, go back and see where you made your mistake. Always check and learn from your mistakes. So our second page is our homework for today. Evaluate each equation. Show your work by writing the equation. Get again as you do each step. What I just did. That is what you are doing. We do have some negative numbers in here. So you might want to draw a number line to remember how to work with those negative numbers if we're multiplying or dividing, adding or subtracting. Remember what we do with negative numbers. We've already done that in earlier objectives. So if you need to look back at our earlier objectives, I'm dividing a positive and a negative. Is it going to be positive or negative? I'm adding or subtracting with those negatives. Which way in the number line am I going? Look back at those other objectives to help you. Remember, parentheses first. So at the top of your page, if you want to write PERMDAS to help you remember your order, write PERMDAS so you know which level you're doing. Put it right at the top of your page. This is going to be something that you're going to want to put on your help sheet for our test. We can have a note card for our test that we can write these help things on it. So that's something you'd want to put on a help sheet so you remember what PERMDAS means, which things are in each level. This middle one says place parentheses in the equation to make it equal 27. Remember, we do parentheses first. And if you notice, each of these has multiplying in it. Think to yourself, what do I multiply together to get to 27?
9 and 3.
9 and 3. So you're going to want to see how can I put these parentheses to make it so I'm multiplying 9s and 3s. Just saying. Tip to look for. And then at the bottom, time for review. We've got that test coming up. This is reviewing what we've been working on this unit. So this is the start of our review for our test. Are there any questions on the order of operations? If you're at the review and you're not sure how to do one of them, what should you do? Before you come to me, what should you do? Nope.
Go back.
Go back to your objectives. These are straight from objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go back and look at those objectives and see if that refreshes your memory. Oh, yeah. Objective 2 was weeks ago. What did we do? How do we do that? Go back and look at it. If you're still not sure, then you can come ask me or ask a friend. But the first thing we do is we look back at our objective pages. Okay? So if you are one of my friends watching this at home, we hope you are well, and we hope to see you soon. Have a good day.